With vaccination efforts continuing to go in the right direction and health indicators continuing to trend down, good news today on the COVID-19 front as Ontario will be moving into stage 1 a little bit earlier. Hi everyone, it's Todd Smith, your member of Provincial Parliament for Bay of Quinte and Ontario's Minister of Children, Community and Social Services with a COVID-19 update for the Bay of Quinte region. So yes, as expected, stage 1 is now upon us a little bit early. I know they were shooting for a June 14th start of stage 1, but because of the vaccination rates that we've seen and those health indicators coming down when it comes to positivity, hospitalizations, capacity of COVID patients in intensive care units, we've been able to move things up a little bit ahead of schedule. So as of 12:01 a.m. this Friday, we'll be moving into stage 1. So what does that mean? Well, we will be resuming more outdoor activities with smaller and well-managed crowds where the risk of transmission is minimized, and we will permit retail, all with restrictions in place, including, but not limited to, outdoor gatherings up to 10 people. Outdoor dining can now occur on patios in the Quinte region. That's going to be welcome news for our restaurateurs and some of our bars and other establishments. 4 people per table. Outdoor fitness classes can resume, personal training, sports training, up to 10 people. Outside, remember, outside good, indoor bad is the way that the Premier put it the other day. Essential retail will move to 25% capacity, and they can sell all goods now. So if you go into one of our grocery stores or our big box stores, you'll be able to access the entire store now. Non-essential retail is going to go to 15% capacity. So it's great news for our local businesses that have been living with the curbside rules for the past number of weeks. And so all non-essential retail will open with a 15% capacity limit. Outdoor religious services can continue, those rites and ceremonies, funerals and weddings, with capacity limited to 2 meters of physical distancing. So as long as you can socially distance outside for those religious ceremonies, including weddings and funerals, you can have as many people as you want. Horse racing, motor speedways, they can start up, but without spectators. So it's good news for Brighton Speedway in our region. You'll be able to get out and race. If you're a racer, we're not quite at the point yet where spectators will be allowed inside. Outdoor pools and wading pools with capacity limited to, again, 2 meters of physical distancing, and other tourist attractions like zoos and historic sites, botanical gardens, those types of things will be open with capacity limits. And I know Anne is really excited about the fact that she can go camping this weekend as of Friday at our provincial parks or other campgrounds and campsites as well. So get your tent out of the garage. You can finally go camping as of this weekend. And that includes all of our provincial parks like Presqu'île and Sandbanks and Bon Echo in our local region. So all of this is a result of a very, very robust vaccination plan. And again, keep in mind, this is 2-pronged. So we have the public health unit side that's been done by our folks and partners at the Hastings and Prince Edward Health Unit, Dr. Peter Oglaza and team. They've been set up at Loyalist College just last week. They opened a brand new immunization center. It's the Hockey Hub model at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center. And so that's up and running now, as well as more and more vaccines continue to pour into the country and into the province. We're able to get them out more expeditiously in people's arms. So there's that public health unit side of things, and you can register at the public health unit to get your second shot, or if you haven't got your first one yet, you can still register there to get your first shot. But keep in mind, that isn't the only avenue to getting your vaccination. There is the pharmacy side, and people need to remember that they should be registering at pharmacies as well. So all of this information is available at ontario.ca/bookvaccine. Ontario.ca/bookvaccine. You can book at a public health unit, or you can book at the pharmacy side. All of the information is there. Some of the pharmacies require you to sign up online. Some of them do have phone numbers available where you can register as well, but it's all there. Enter your postal code, any other relevant information that's required, and you can book at as many pharmacies as you want. You'll get the notice back when it's time to go and get your shot at one of the local pharmacies. So I know we've been getting a lot of questions here at my office about the second dose process in particular, because 70 plus is now eligible to receive your second dose. But keep in mind, just because you got it at Loyalist College doesn't mean you have to go to Loyalist College to get the second dose. You can get it at a pharmacy. It'll all go into the COVAX system, and then you'll be fully immunized against COVID-19. We are getting more vaccines into Hastings and Prince Edward as well, as we continue to try and catch up to that provincial average. So we've been successful at getting extra trays of vaccinations, and that's why we're able to open the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center immunization site as well, where they can get 2,500 shots per day into people's arms at that facility. And that's on top of the facilities in Trenton and in Picton and up in Hastings County as well. Besides the COVID-19 story, we had some great news this week with the city of Belleville. And we just announced with our partners at the Belleville YMCA, our federal MP, Neil Ellis, our mayor of Belleville, Mitch Panchuk, and David Allen from the YMCA, that we're going to be building a new Y on the west side of town. So the federal government came in with almost $9 million. The provincial government has come in with about $7.5 million. The YMCA is going to contribute $6 million to the project, and Belleville has come up with the land at the old fairgrounds site. So right next to the track and behind the Quinte Curling Center on Bridge Street West, this new YMCA is going to be built there, and then the old Y will be turned over to the city, and that area will be developed for new housing on the east side of town. But a brand new YMCA is coming to Belleville. And I think that's great news for the west side of the city, because we are seeing a lot of development in that area. There's a new grocery store plan, there's new housing developments. And the cool thing about this YMCA center is that it's not just going to be home to the YMCA, it's also going to be the new home of Volunteer and Information Quinte. So a lot of you will recognize Brenda Schneider and the VIQ team. They're going to be moving into this facility. The folks at QVSS as well, Quinte Vitality Support Services, which is currently located in the Northeast Industrial Park, is going to be moving in there. So a lot of our clients with developmental disabilities will be calling the new YMCA home as well. And there may be some other partners in store for this great new building that's going to be constructed on the old fairgrounds in the very near future. It's a $22.4 million project, and it was announced this week by all of our partners. So we're all really excited about that. So lots of great news on this week's installment of what's happening in Bay of Quinte from Queen's Park when it comes to COVID-19 and other things. Remember, stay safe. We're not out of the woods just yet. There are some variants that are still milling about, particularly in the GTA. Wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, follow all those public health guidelines. But some really good news on the way for Bay of Quinte and the province of Ontario this week. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe.